are some areas, I guess, you see in the hockey world, I guess in the young and the new players and parents and coaches that you could suggest or some areas that you could share that you would change?
I haven't really been involved too much in that aspect because I'm still learning. I'm pretty knowledgeable on the player side, but the coaching side, I'm still learning that part. But as far as changing, I just like bringing kids in good atmospheres where, like I said before, like they're comfortable. Like, I don't want to feel like someone's talking about them, where they have to worry what they're doing. If they make a bad play, someone's ripping on them. Like hockey's a game of mistakes. So I mean, all sports, you make mistakes, it's going to have an effect on the outcome of the game. So again, if a kid's comfortable and he's playing and he's having fun, he's going to do better. Plain and simple. If I'm sitting on there yelling at the guys, so I feel like if you can just have an open mind in teaching the kids and just make sure everyone feels comfortable, I think it's a great way to have the camaraderie in the room. And what I mean, I'm more talking about older guys, but this can happen at any level too as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not that. I can't give you something to change right now just because I'm not familiar with it yet. But as opposed to, just dialing in and focusing on major areas of improvement, I think that's a huge success for players that are trying to develop for sure.
Yeah. How about going into when you're coaching these young players, even in the minor hockey associations, youth hockey, as much as there's a lot of value in minor hockey, youth hockey, but too is, a lot of parent coaches. Do you have thoughts on that stuff and just applying maybe players to get different voices as well?
Yeah. I mean, player coaches is fine. I think just once it gets to a certain age, I don't think they can carry on after that. I mean, again, too, also, I would like to have coaches that have, some experience of hockey, that have made like playing experience. I feel like that gives you a good benefit. Yes, it's a tough question because, I mean, everybody wants to coach their kid too, right? So, because you want your kid to play, you want to give them a lot of ice, you want to be fair to everybody. So there's like a happy medium where you have to figure out, if you want to be the player coach, you have to make sure that it's even keel playing field for everybody. You know what I mean? Because once you start favoring your son, some parents might take notice and they might not like that. So there's a couple aspects about that. But again, I don't mind that, the coaching. I would love to coach my son or daughter if I ever had the opportunity, for sure, because I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable. But as long as you can get a coach that has some pretty good experience in hockey, I mean, after a certain age, it may become an issue. But for young kids, I think it's not too bad. Just as long as they're maybe getting some training, maybe outside with a different voice as well. I think that could be beneficial to the player as well. Just because you're getting, maybe you did a different look. So if you're training with your coach all the time, 3-4 days a week, if you want to get some extra skills sessions, maybe you can just look for some outside training. I think that'd be beneficial. But yeah, that's what I would have to say about
Yeah,
coaching.
yeah, agree with you there. I think in the bigger markets, I've been to Vancouver and into the Toronto areas. Not too much outside into Toronto, but was there for camp, tryout camp with one of the players, just to observe and see what it was like, and definitely a beast in I guess the hockey market there. But
Yeah,
I think just like, I guess repeating what you said there, it's really important too that these players, have good habits at the younger ages. Ice time, having fun, really
yeah,
important.
for sure.
And then also too is they can get different voices. They shouldn't have to feel like they have to, I know in Vancouver and Toronto, the big cities, I guess, would just use that, for example. That's where all the players are and seems
Mhm.
where everyone goes, but they shouldn't have to feel like they always have to go to their head coach for training and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But there maybe,
yeah, yeah,
there's some players out there that will put everything into one coach
yeah,
with all that. It's important to have different philosophies, different relationship and
yeah,
how they
for sure.
communicate. you know, one coach that you're going to come to down the road is going to be a mean guy. One coach is going to be a nice guy. You got to be able to, and one coach is going to be totally different. And I guess the word we use is weird. Like you're going to like, oh, so they need to know how to work with that and how to impress them or get that trust to get more ice time. And you know, if you have dad coaching all the time, maybe it's dad, or maybe it's just one coach that you're always going to. If they're gonna just treat you the same way over and over, maybe they're pushing you hard, and maybe they have the old school a mean mentality to push in. It works for you, but that doesn't mean later on that it's going to be like that in midget hockey, junior hockey, college hockey, and in the NHL or pro hockey. So
very true.
Very true. Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to share?
I mean, no, not much really. A great conversation. I just think hockey. I just love with how like all the kids like in my area in Toronto. Just it's insane the amount of players and people that are just wanting to play hockey. It's unbelievable. Just to make the sport grow, I think it's fantastic for for everybody, and hopefully it just continues that way. And it's what we look for because it's obviously we grew up doing it. It's our favorite, pretty much our favorite thing to do and watch. So, hopefully technology.
And just maybe go into the last part. Just explain who the name of your company and your development company and what you guys, I guess.
Okay, so our company is P3 Hockey Academy. So I got two older brothers. We were all in hockey for a long, long time, just under about 40 years combined. So we run just outside of Toronto in Oakville, Ontario. We work with the Oakville Rangers Minor Hockey Association, pretty much develop all the kids throughout the system and, do the best of our ability to train them to be the best of their ability. So we just trying to make the best hockey players possible.
Right. And for the viewers too, what are your brothers' names?
My oldest brother's name's Jason. My middle brother's Marc, and we have our website, just p3hockeyacademy.com. And if you're ever in the Toronto area, we're West Toronto, and that's our area.
Yeah, and they can definitely check you out and look you up. I mean, a lot of players traveling to the big cities, as mentioned, Vancouver, Toronto. I mean, even Calgary. I'm sure Winnipeg, all that. They all check out that, and they're looking for any coaching, ice time, that type of stuff to learn different and be around different kids, coaches, and network on that end. Definitely, they can check the P3 Academy out.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Sure, buddy.
And appreciate all your insights from all your experiences and 12 years professional. So thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate it, buddy. Best of luck.